Round 2.
Testing you, making sure everybody was awake.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. If you're just tuning in to this show, we are ComicGains! And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Royal Highness, looking very lovely today, just like usual, doing that princess wave. You do too. Bow down, respect, and of course, there's the Coco Dog.
Oh, she made it. Coco made it. All right, guys. Today we have a pretty awesome show lined up for you. We got new comic book day. Oh, Prince was gonna clap. Thought she was gonna clap behind me.
You can't edit this out. This is live.
We got new comic book day. We got a mystery box. We got crazy announcement at PAX this last weekend. Seattle PAX. We actually had a convention here in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more important thing. The Ultimates issue number, I can't see, it's behind my shoulder, 4 came out this week.
Hey,
and we are going to check that out with you guys. This is a really important issue. The writer, Denzi, said that this could be the issue that explains Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. So we'll have to see how that works out. But, yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, we're also almost at 3,000 peoples for the subscriber.
Oh,
yeah, we're late though.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Upcoming. You lost me. You lost me.
Oh, funny.
Technical difficulty. I need to be ready so I can say hi to everyone that's kicking it, that's hanging out. All right. Okay. Couple big announcements going on for the weekend before we get into anything too crazy. We will not be on Whatnot this weekend. We're going to Rose City Con. It's going to be amazing. We're going to see a bunch of our friends there from a bunch of people are flying in from across the country. We're going to see, and then our usual friends in the area. Hopefully, we're going to see Travis. Now I'm going to just name off a couple people, but I don't want to miss anybody. But if we see like Travis Knott, we're looking forward to seeing. He's going to have his booth there, and perhaps even Bueller, since he lives in Oregon. We'll get to hang out and have a beer with Comics with Bueller.
That'd be cool.
As well as some Tony NY and other friends. So
oh, nice.
Let's since we will not be on Whatnot this weekend, our good friend Gary B, as you guys all know, the casual comic book guy, is holding our spot for us. He's having his very first show, so we need the whole ComicGains crew to come out and give him a good experience for the first show, because it's kind of nerve-wracking when you do the first time. And I know you guys will make it feel like it's like he's been doing it for a long time. So just come and hang out, do whatever you need to do, chat, you know. Yeah. Like just talking, having be your friends there is the best thing. They don't even have to buy anything.
Gives you extra confidence.
Right? What you do need to do right now, though, is have a cold drink. Oh!
Does this look like a spray bottle to you? Like one of those oil sprays?
It's uptime. I'm done with the downtime.
This is the Uptime Mango Pineapple Mental Physical Energy, Natural Caffeine, and L-theanine, whatever that means. L-theanine?
It does look like a spray bottle.
It does look at this.
You're going to drink that?
Oh.
Are you worried?
Oh, I shouldn't have. Okay.
Even Coco.
I knew it. I knew it. I should.
I don't think you're supposed to shake everything. Like when you get like a soda, you're not like, oh, a fresh Coca-Cola. Shake it up.
Shake. All right.
Quickly put your mouth over real quick. Just be like, oh.
Yeah, no. Man, now it's super hard to open. Okay. Oh, the carbon energy. It smells okay.
Better. It's mango crazy berry.
Whoa.
Is it good?
That's really good.
Not enough for you to
what
drink.
What the
It's
heck?
a small amount. Let me say hi to everybody that showed up to the show. We got Shadow 4T hanging out with us. Sorry for any of the people that were at the other one and the order changes. But Michael, how's it going, Michael? Hello to the Gains crew. Weapon X in the house. We got the Comic Fam is here. Baki, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, Popeye kick ass. Ooh, Popeye. Andrew, the king of New Comic Book Day, is here. Han Solo in the house, shooting first as always. Thomas Cap saying, hey Gainers,
Thomas.
Get your gains. Steve Sayer in the house. It is a jeans day. If anybody wanted to know, it will be jeans. Milt is here. How's it going? Ooh, no way. All he has are Conan books. Hey, Conan books are good, Milt. There's a lot of good comics. Taylor Winder in the house. How's it going? So weird watching the princess not talk. I know. She talks to you a lot on her Whatnot show. Taylor gets in there quite a bit going. And Razor Comics saying what's up to Princess. How's it going? Oh yeah, here we go. The nail clippings, saving them for you. Yeah. Princess is collecting nail clippings. He's like, no, I'm not. Coco's nail clippings.
Slander. That's slander.
That's how it goes. So, what do we want to start out with first? What are we starting with first? Name change. Hola, welcome in.
Might as well new comic book day.
New comic book day, and then we'll get into the PAX announcement. I thought this was kind of cool because it's in our neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What is your neck doing in my woods, Zach? All right, new comic book day this week was relatively medium size. I would say this is a medium week. There's some pretty exciting reading material going on in this bundle here. So we do have a mystery box as well, but let's kick into this. Princess asked me, she was like, why did you get Daredevil? And I will tell you that's why.
It's pretty good cover.
I got Daredevil. This is Daredevil issue number 13, the variant cover by Delato. So I haven't seen Delato do a bunch of variant covers lately, but this Daredevil one seemed like a standout issue. I'm not reading Daredevil at the moment. It is written by Saladin Ahmed, who is recently wrote the Miles Morales series. I haven't heard like negative or positive about it. I just haven't heard anybody reading it since the Chip Zdarsky run was so popular. I don't know that much about it. But the besides this cover being awesome, the covers that John Romita Jr. did, I will say were really good too. He did a bunch of he's really good at drawing Daredevil.
Oh,
he's a very blocky character, you know.
Yeah,
I know he's pretty good at Spider-Man too. He does some decent Spider-Man ones. There's some good ones.
More misses than hits.
Oh, let me see what we got today. Oh, Gainer's got good shirts today. Also nice mantle books. Thank you, Milt. Thank you. And the volume Daredevil has been pretty good. Oh, Andrew is digging this one. And Ciro, welcome in, Ciro. How's it going? He has been liking the Daredevil. Okay, I mean, as I said, I don't have anything negative or positive because I haven't been reading it, but I know a lot of people that have been reading the past Daredevil, and nobody's really been chiming in about it. Speaking of, we got another funny one, and everyone hold Princess accountable on the show. We need the book of the week, right? Can't let her forget book of the week. Book of the week, which doesn't have to be necessarily this one, but what if Donald Duck became Thor Disney crossover with Marvel?
Interesting.
This is the Scotty Young edition. You guys know we got that. Well, what if Donald Duck became Wolverine? I did kind of read through that, and it was good, but nothing like I needed. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you just need Wolverine in your life, not Donald Duck and Wolverine in one.
Could be happening. Oh, Steve said bad news. No new comics this week, but getting a boatload next week. Oh, I got you, Steve. I thought I saw that comment there. I was looking for you said bad news. I hate it when that happens, when like either your shop didn't have your books or you didn't get a chance to go there, and then you gotta buy them all in 1 week, and then you also feel like you're a little bit of a week behind.
DBZ One Piece. With Popeye?
Oh, Baki says new Popeye crossover, Dragon Ball Z, and One Punch Man. Oh, okay. I know.
Or did I say One Piece or one?
I think you said One Piece, but I know Massive Comics did
Hey, Noctec.
Popeye, and they put out a Popeye comic that looked like it was doing pretty good. So Whatnot's doing a Popeye comic, but I didn't know they were doing a crossover DBZ and One Punch Man. That's cool. Oh, we're being blessed by Dr. Von Hoot from the Spiral Dimension is here. Yeah, thank you for coming to visit our Whatnot show. We appreciate you showing up as well. And Nuktek is here. How you doing, Nuktek? You just got back from a con this weekend, so hopefully that went amazing for you as well. We're hoping to have a similar journey this weekend. Rose City's been good to us in the past. We've had some good times. We will have a special Monday episode live when we get back from the con, guys, because we won't have time to film anything over the weekend. So make sure you guys are there for the live episode on Monday, and we'll tell you what our gains. Prince is laughing.
We're gonna show all of them.
What happened?
I don't know.
Inside joke.
I don't know.
Myself.
I thought maybe the princess doing like a bunny ear thing, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch the show.
Next up, we got The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue number 96. This is the last issue of The Larger World, part 4 of 4.
Razor Comics.
Oh, thank you, Razor Comics. Zach, you got
Huzzah! You may be a close shave, but it's a close shade we need. Razor Comics. Stay sharp, my friend.
Stay sharp.
It's a rose.
That's a good one.
I've heard
I
about those
like the
roses.
rose. So on The Walking Dead Deluxe, this one was kind of an important book. As you guys know, I never read the original Walking Dead, but I'm now rereading it for the first time in the color deluxe edition. But they're in the last issue when he gets to the new city, in the city with Jesus, the character Jesus, and this guy comes up and he goes to attack the leader, and he's like, "I have to kill you, otherwise they won't let my family go," which I think happens in the TV show too.
Right.
Like that guy's like, "I have to kill the leader of this group, otherwise so and so will not let like my family go that he's holding hostage." And then they say the word Negan, and they bring up, and so this is the issue before this is the first time that they ever bring up the word Negan in story, which is cool because I think his first appearance is coming up. If you read the letters page in the back, they explain that Robert Kirkman's original name was not going to be Negan. Oh, Coco's barking. It was actually going to be Nagus. He wanted to call him Nagus. And the funny thing about that is he said he did some research and found out that the Star Trek Deep Space Nine Ferengi guy was named the Grand Nagus, and he couldn't use the same name.
Oh.
So if you're a big Star Trek fan, I actually knew that too. I was like, oh, the Nagus. So if you're a Star Trek fan, you may know that. Oh, Valkyrie says best read of the week is Hello Darkness. Our dogs are going crazy right now. It's like the mailman and the ice cream man are here at the same time. All right, check it out. I thought that was funny for you Star Trek guys. Nagus, if you remember the Grand Nagus, the Ferengi guy. Okay, next up we got Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 7. Greg Weisman and Humberto Ramos.
Oh yeah. Sounds like my house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's 4 dogs. There's 1.5.
There's 1.5.
1.5
One
dogs. This has been one of my favorite books week over week. Weisman, who's not normally known for writing Spider-Man, has been killing it. Miles and Peter Parker team up. They're supposed to like meet up every week and go to coffee, but now they've gotten in this mix where they're fighting robots that were created by Arcade and Mentalo that are working for Hammerhead. And after they killed a bunch of these robots that they created in the last issue, the AI recombined into this new character called Knave, which I think it's like knowledge something of evil something something something. It's an acronym, as they say, but he's a brand new villain. They say he's terrifying, and it's going to be amazing. We'll see how it goes with that one, but I'm surprised we're on issue 7 and we're still in the first arc. So that's a pretty long arc.
Yeah.
What was they going to do, like a 10-issue arc? Do they do that?
Didn't they used to do that?
I don't think so. 10-issue arc?
Yeah, back in the day. Like 20 issues.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with too much Humberto Ramos, for sure. For sure. Okay. Get Fury issue number 5 came out. I love loving this cover. I was a little soft on this book for the first couple issues. It felt like it started out a little slow. This is Garth Ennis writing a book about Nick Fury and Frank Castle during the Vietnam War. And but issue 4 like blew my mind how good it was. I don't know what was like so crazy about issue 4, but the 2 females on the cover. So while Nick Fury has been captured by the enemy, and so he's being held prisoner, and he knows all these like government secrets supposedly. So the government sent in Frank Castle to kill him. Yeah, you're doing that. Oh, for me, kill it to kill Nick Fury so he doesn't divulge the secrets. But as Frank Castle's getting closer to solving this mystery, he's learning all this crazy stuff about it. So the 2 women on the cover, the one is actually Nick Fury's lover during the war a long time ago, and after the war he left, and she was pregnant with his child, so she had the baby and she never was able to get a hold of him again. So she was a very like beautiful woman, so she had to like basically become the girlfriend of this like nasty general guy, so that he would accept her child, and they wouldn't like put her like half white, half Asian child to death or whatever for any reason. So she's kind of like living in like doing things in the shadows behind the scenes. So when she meets up with Castle, I'm going deep into the story, but it was really good. she helps him get kind of deeper into the country and kind of get in behind the scenes with her knowledge of the general and what she's been doing for him. But while they're doing this, they find out that the real reason the government wants them to kill Nick Fury is because he found out about the secrets that they're transporting narcotic drugs through the U.S. government with the enemy. So actually they're both evil. So Frank and Nick Fury are gonna have to like team up when he eventually finds him. And
Okay.
yeah, it's good though. It's good. It's like way serious, less comic booky, but really good. Yeah.
War books. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a war book. But I didn't think I was gonna get that drawn into it. In the last issue, I was like, this is really freaking good, really good. All right, we got Spider-Boy issue number 11. I think this is also no, it's not Ramos. I thought that was Ramos. So Spider-Boy issue number 11. We're kicking off a brand new arc. Spider-Boy is starting over again. I think this is the first cameo appearance of Spider-Girl not in costume. DJ Wise, welcome in, welcome in. They pretty much ended in the last issue all of Spider-Boy's people not knowing who he was. That's been his whole deal so far, is that he came out of the web of life, the spider life, the web.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now everybody knows who he is.
And nobody remembered him. And
no.
Yeah, he's been running around and everyone's like, cool, you can hang out with us. I don't know who the hell you are. And he's like, I've been here the whole time. Well, he got fed up with it and he told the Spider Society, like, you need to fix this. Like, people need to remember who I am. And at the end of the last arc, they fixed it. And Spider-Man, Peter had to give up like a memory in his head of like his uncle Ben in order to like sacrifice that to like let everyone remember Bailey Briggs again. So we're starting over and he's gonna go to school for the first time with like his like pseudo family that he met like at the feast at the shelter. And so I think it's gonna be like a whole new thing where he's like, you know, going to school with a secret identity, meeting people, relationships, stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems complicated.
Yeah.
I'm very.
It started out crazy.
I'm confused.
You're like looking at like the skyline.
No, I lost one of the things. I'm trying to find it again.
Still trying to find Spider-Boy number 9. If I find an extra copy, Mill, I'll send you one. We'll send you one. We got Incredible Hulk issue number 16. Philip Kennedy Johnson. I always read Hulk for some reason, which is crazy because I don't really even consider myself like a huge Hulk fan.
Goodness.
But I'm always reading Hulk. Probably since like Immortal Hulk.
Okay, got it back.
Hulk is still on the path to save Charlie. So Charlie's the little girl who was turned into like a doll and her soul is trapped in there. And she's been his partner since the very first issue, since issue 1, where they meet up and they've been traveling together. And there's a big announcement that there's going to be a Charlie like solo series. I have no idea how that's going to work out, but that's why everyone was going after that issue 1, because it's the first appearance of Charlie. So there's assuming she's going to end up with some kind of powers by the end, maybe like a new She-Hulk or something like that along those lines. But in order for her to get her soul back, Bruce needs to trick the Hulk into giving his soul up to this elder god in order for it to work. So they're like on their way to Las Vegas. There's kind of a lot of like weird in your head battles that have been going on. That's not always like my favorite, where like they'll go somewhere and like, we're in the soul realm now. And then it's like, Hulk is fighting Bruce in like their mind, you know, like in the mindscape, which is like, it's cool to draw, but sometimes it gets a little tiring.
Like I've said before, at least he's not a spaceship now.
This is the first I've read and I'm really digging it. Yeah, it is really good, Doctor. Yeah, this Hulk run has been good though. Like I just liked a little bit where he was like traveling the road and you just like kind of come across like a run downtown and there happens to be some kind of like demon in there that you got to fight or kill, or you run into like a thing.
Kind of sounds like Supernatural.
Yeah, it was. He had a lot like that. All right, we got Spawn issue 356. This is a Spears cover. I've been getting into reading Spawn. I've been reading it for few issues so far.
Almost looks like a homage.
I don't know.
Is that like a homage of Spawn 8?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything about maybe.
Looks familiar.
But as you guys know, they I don't know that much about Spawn, but what I've been reading so far, after they created like the new leader of Hell, everybody lost their powers. So like Spawn doesn't even really have his powers anymore, and all the villains don't have their powers. Well, this one angel showed up in issue like 351 and 352. Her name's Lyra, and she was kind of important, but she still had powers. So she's like sort of like an in-between angel, and everyone's like, who is this girl? Why is she kicking everybody's butt? Why does she have powers? Well, turns out this will be her origin story. So the entire book is her origin. So if you're looking, so far that book hasn't got expensive, but 351 and 352 might be
RoboSmith.
a pretty major key later on. RoboSmith, how's it going? So if you're into Spawn keys, Lyra she looks like a really cool character, and the artwork is fantastic. It's Brett Booth, so it's good stuff.
Yeah.
The writing is.
I love Brett Booth.
The writing's like 90s writing, but the artwork's pretty awesome. Have you been getting any of the Marvel 85th anniversary homages? I didn't get any of those yet. We got the one actual book, the 85th anniversary comic book, last week, but none of the anniversary issues on those ones. Maybe I'll have to check them out. They'll probably go for a little while. Miles Morales issue number 24. Cody Ziegler, goodness, he's gonna be at Rose. He's gonna be at Rose City Con.
Ooh.
I want to talk to him about his run and get him to sign a book for me, see how he feels about the characters. I think he's doing an excellent job of mixing his new characters in with the old characters. So now he's gonna have to deal with Spider-Man being a vampire. So I think the last issue they were like, "Hey, Spider-Man's a vampire. He needs to talk to his girlfriend, who is Tiana Starling."
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
Seems like he has a whole bunch of different girlfriends, but Tiana is this main squeeze, which is cool because Cody didn't invent that character, so he's pulling a character from the last series. And when you're dealing with Tiana and she's helping him understand like he's so much stronger now with his vampire, somebody else always shows up, and it's probably gonna be the Vulture. So we'll have to see. This should be like a honest to goodness story.
Stay away from my daughter.
Yeah, granddaughter.
My granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to protect his lineage.
Yep. The Vulture lineage.
Yes.
The lineage of, which for some reason Vulture's always been like a pretty good villain, even though like he's an old guy with wings. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty powerful.
Isn't he like Sauron where he can like absorb people's youth, or is that like?
I think that was in the cartoon, and then at one point in the story they had that arc, but I don't think it's like a permanent thing where they're like always absorbing like the youth of the younger people to stay young.
I think that's a nice little spin on things.
Right?
That'd be kind of cool.
And we got Venom War issue number 2.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
Yeah, which is a nice Scotty Young cover. I think the only reason we got this is for Scotty Young. I did read Venom War issue number 1, and I'm not reading like the series as it comes out, but I do know a little bit about it. So I forgot that both Dylan and Eddie both had visions of the other one getting the costume and becoming the reason, the end of the world, end of the universe. So like Eddie thinks if Dylan gets the costume, it'll be the end of the universe, and Dylan thinks if Eddie gets the costume, it'll become the end of the universe. So the costume doesn't want to be in the middle of it. So who does it go to? Spider-Man. So Peter's got the costume again. He's going to be wearing it, and then it looks like there's going to be like this all-out brawl where Eddie has like all the Eddies from the garden at the end, all the different versions of him, and then Dylan has all his friends, the younger kids that have symbiotes. Like,
is there a lot of them?
There's a lot, yeah. Like the Red Goblin, and then he's also got like Toxin.
Yeah.
And then Black Widow has a costume now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
and Sleeper. And he's got Sleeper too.
Yeah, but Black Widow. Oh, Yelena Belova. Okay.
No, I think it's the regular. Black Widow.
But she's not young.
I know. I don't know. I think she's in the story though.
She got young.
But Peter shows up with the costume. Agu, what's up? Yeah, Agu, are you gonna be in Portland? We're gonna see you there.
110 by now.
You'll be getting there. He must be pushing 110 by now. Vulture's old as hell. I know. Just gotta suck a little bit of that. I don't even know how that guy like fighting and kicking people like with brittle bones.
Break his hip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's a bird, and as you know, carrions have lighter bone density.
I don't think he's an actual bird. He's just an old guy with wings.
Fly.
Yeah.
It's part carrion.
Last but not least, they made another X-Men book. So this one's called Exceptional X-Men. This is issue number 1, and it's I went with the variant cover because it's showcasing the brand new character named Bronze. So Bronze is a new character they're introducing, and she's going to be on the team. I thought this one looked better than the regular one. So this team is going to be led by Kitty Pryde. or Cat Pride. So she
Okay.
goes by Cat Pride.
Oh.
So I did finish reading the NYX one with Kamala. I didn't actually care for that one that much. We'll see. But this one's got Eve Ewing is writing it, and the artwork inside looked pretty good. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Bronze is a cool character or not. So there, she's on the regular cover A as well. But I thought this one showcasing her more like front and center. If she becomes something special, we'll have some cool stuff. Peter's been beating up old guys for years. Yeah, and that what happened to like Doc Ock? Like he just punched him so many times over the years, he just died.
Yeah.
You know, like he's like basically started to get like brain damage from being punched in the head by Peter so many times.
True origin. He killed Uncle Ben, and I'm not taking it back.
Who?
Spider-Man. He likes to beat old people.
That's true. Probably did. So we got one more comic to show, but we'll show that when we get to the review of that one. But the big PAX announcement. Let me see here. We got the PAX announcement. Zach, what was the PAX announcement?
There's gonna be a crossover.
Yeah, just like our thumbnail says.
Capcom versus Marvel. Fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's special about it?
It's the first one?
No.
No? What's special about it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So
Explain it to me.
they announced it so here in Seattle we just had PAX this last weekend. One of my employees at work went to it, so they said it was a good time. But PAX is the video game convention, and they had a huge booth all set up with all the arcades of like Marvel vs. Capcom, which has been like a popular game for a long time. I really like Marvel. I'm not a big video game guy, but when you go to the arcade and you play Marvel vs. Capcom, if you don't know what you're doing, you just mash the buttons a bunch and you like automatically do cool stuff, and it makes you feel like you know how you're playing. But there's just a lot of cool things. Well, the big announcement was they're coming out with a new video game called Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. So there's a new game coming out, and the comic book will be released digitally on September 12th so that the fans can read it. I'm sure it's some kind of prequel leading up to the game, like telling you like this is what's going to happen so you get excited for it. And then on November 22nd, the same day the game is released, they will also be releasing the comic. So the same day. So it could have like kind of a cool release where it's limited, or if they're only selling it like at the game stores. I'm not quite sure if that's the case, if it's going to be like exclusive. But they brought back Todd Nuck to do the cover, who is awesome. Todd Nuck kills it. Mm-hmm. He recently did a cover with Rocket Raccoon and Mega Man, so he has a little bit of an idea of like how to draw those kind of things. So they have done the book twice before. In like 2011 they did one, which is strange because like Marvel vs. Capcom issue number 3, and there is no issue number 2 or 1. I don't know why that is. And then in 2017 they did one as well, Marvel vs. Capcom. The other cool thing to look out for is during that month, Marvel's going to be releasing regular comic books with exclusive covers that like have Marvel vs. Capcom covers. And they'll be Avengers 21, X-Men 8, Infinity Watch 1, Wolverine 4, and all new Venom number 1. But those covers are going to be drawn by the artist named Bengus. Hopefully I said that right, Bengus. He is actually the artist for Street Fighter video game. So he draws like the actual characters for like Capcom. I guess that's pretty cool. For Capcom. So he's guest artisting on the Marvel covers for those books. So keep an eye out if you're like a big fan of those books. I think this is like a cool thing, especially because with Marvel doesn't do a lot of crossovers, I feel like, except with like their own properties. So like Marvel owns Aliens now, and they own Predator, so it makes sense for them to do a crossover because they just get all the money. Whereas like on like DC will cross over with like everybody. You know, like Batman's like hanging out with the Turtles. You know, the Turtles are hanging out with the Power Rangers. Like anything could happen. You know what I mean? Like the Ninja Turtles are hanging out with the Stranger Things kids. Like there's all kinds of crossovers happening all the time with all the other ones except Marvel, and they don't own Capcom as far as I know. So it's like a legit, real crossover. So we'll see how this turns out. Cool. I recommend the original one from like 2011 is a pretty expensive comic. So if you're looking to like invest in, it might be a good one to pick up and hold on to, see if anything comes of it.
And that's how you get those games.
Right? That's how you get those. That's how you get those. Alfredo, what's up, man? How's it going? How's it going? Let's see if I got anything else in here. Oh yeah. Oh, the Street Fighter 2 Turbo and eventually hit the good moves on any game. Yeah, I know those games. I feel like you like once the turbo builds up and you're like all three buttons and you just hit them and then your guy does the special move and you're like, I know what I'm doing. I think I beat you guys at that game and you were like, that didn't happen.
I don't think so.
I beat somebody. Somebody remembers.
I beat up myself.
Right? Okay, let's get into the review. Oh, would you want to do comic of the week yet, or after the review?
My own.
I can kick my own. Yeah. Review first. She has to think about it. Review first. So, I'll do the quick behind the scenes. We got Ultimates issue number 4. Awesome cover, guys. Denzi Camp, who's been writing all these Ultimates issues, and then the guest artist on this one is Phil Noto. So they have a guest artist, and there's a really good reason why they have a guest artist. So it's not just the regular artist didn't have time to write it. Whenever you do like a period piece book, you always have Phil Noto draw it, because this book takes place as an origin for the Fantastic Four, which was pretty exciting. In the Ultimate Universe, the maker, who is Reed Richards, the evil Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, made his own new universe and recreated it how he wanted, and took out a bunch of the heroes and has a bunch of the villains be in charge. So it's a brand new place, but slightly connected to all of the other universe because of the Reed Richards, the maker, who has been to our universe as well as the original Ultimate Universe. No other connection there. There's 3 main stories going on: Spider-Man, Black Panther, X-Men, and now there is the Ultimates book going on as well. If you want a deep dive into any one of those other ones, just check out any of our live shows, because we talk about all of them. In the past book so far, the Iron Lad, who is Tony Stark, is putting together the new Ultimates team and collecting each of the members while kind of getting a backstory on what's going on. The maker is out of commission, being out of commission for at least 15 or 16 months. So they have that much time to rally the team to try and beat him in the meantime. Drum roll! All right. Here we are.
Just to be clear, it's very confusing because it shows each panel at a different point in time in the story. Past, present, well, not future. Past, a little bit more past, a little more almost present, and then present, as far as I can track.
Yeah, so we're getting... they did say that Doctor Doom, who's on the good guys team, so Doctor Doom is with Iron Lad, is actually Reed Richards from this universe. I know that gets kind of crazy, but the maker came over and turned or at least we know he did something with Reed Richards to make him into Doctor Doom. So this is the origin of the Fantastic Four from this universe.
All right, so it shows, first scene shows Reed Richards in the past. He's in college, it looks like, and he looks like he's pretty dang young, probably under the age of 18, and he's already at a college level. So he probably started off pretty young, creating stuff and all that fun stuff. Then it shows another scene where they're about to take off in the spaceship, and that looks kind of fun. That looks fun. And then it looks like it's main world Fantastic Four. They got all the powers and everything. And while this is happening, it looks like Doom's kind of having a nostalgic moment, thinking about the past, seeing it almost like it's on a TV screen. So kind of interesting. And then shows him in present day. He got the mask on and all that fun stuff. And Anthony Stark.
That's
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. Yeah.
Tony Stark.
The same name.
Iron
Anthony
Lad.
or Tony.
Iron Lad.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what are you doing in here, Doom? Just kind of being just spacing out. I don't know what the word would be. Just having a moment in time, kind of thing. And it's like, oh, and then it goes back again to the past of him and his. It's him in college in the dorm talking to his going to be best friend Ben Grimm, shaking his hand hey, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, he says he matures pretty early for his age and all that BS. And then it shows it again. Fast forward a little bit. They're in the spaceship about to take off. It's hey, I done all the calculation. We're gonna be just fine. all that good stuff. And then it shows present again. It's very, very confusing.
Yeah, so the
But
reason like he's explaining it like that is like the panels are laid out so there's four different times going on. So he's like showing you like one panel at a time of each of the time periods, and Doom's basically watching it in the screen, like re-watching the past, because he has the ability to time travel like Doom regularly has, but he can only look at these times that took place. He can't actually go back in time because the maker set up like a force field that doesn't allow them to travel back in time into certain times.
right,
So it's just watching all these different things. You're just getting like the origin.
yeah, but they do have the Mortis. What's it called? The Mortis engine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Morse engine, they can travel in time with that thing, but certain times, like you said, is blocked off because the maker wants a timeline a certain way without superheroes. So in certain time periods, you're not allowed to go there because guess what? You could potentially make a superhero. So, and then he's talking about to Ireland to say, "Hey, what are you doing in here? Just taking your time." It's like, oh, I'm still
I
working
knew
on
you
something."
would like this one, Milt. When I was reading it, I was like, I really like this issue a lot too, and I'm like, I bet Milt's gonna like this because it's basically the origin story of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, I guess he's just zoning out and missing missions. Doom is. He's like, hey, well, you missed another mission. He's like, oh, sorry. I was in my special place, my negative zone. Actually, I think he says that a little later. But then he goes to the past, how he met Sue, and he's like, oh, kind of lost for words for the first time in his life. Smart types. I wouldn't know anybody. Um, making jokes. And then it's like, of course, shows the rocket taking off. Looks like it's taking off just fine. And he's like thinking, hey, now that this doesn't make sense. Why is he like? He has his hand like in a circle in the Doom outfit, and like it's like glowing powers or something like that.
Just powering something up.
Power something up. But this part doesn't really make sense because
It's just a mirroring like the rocket taking off. He's like powering his hands up to show he has like a different power. He doesn't have the stretchy power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got like the Doom power. He says he has like that energy projection power.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So okay. Yes. What happened to your hand? It was an experiment that goes wrong. Another scene. He's asking. Tony's asking what he's been doing all this time. Yeah. And he's like, stuff. And then back again. It shows. My God! It shows Reed Richards talking to like a bunch of people about his rocket. How he's very excited about it. It's like, hey, we're gonna be going to some place we never gone before. We're gonna look at the universe a whole new way. Very confusing. And then it shows the rocket out in space, saying something like, "Reaching storm." Whoa, we're about to reach that cosmic storm
The
at any
Watcher
second.
can see all times at any point.
That would be even more confusing than this. Oh my gosh. And of course, it shows Doom watching the same thing. It's like, pretty nice. And this is where he says, I call it my negative zone. Sometimes I kind of get lost a little bit and I think about the past and I call it the negative zone. Which was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
Well, I asked him like, why has he not been there for the team lately? And he said sometimes he gets in his head and he goes to like a bad place, and then he said he calls it like the negative zone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all the times it kind of brought up to the point where he actually becomes Doom, and all the big moments, like all of these moments, he could be like done something different, and everything would have been fine, or done this, and it was like, okay, this future wouldn't have happened. So I'm guessing that's his negative zone, the little parts of it that could have changed, and if you would have just been a little bit more this way, it would have been fine. Yeah. So as a professor, as a student, as someone about to go on a mission and take an underage kid up into space, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then, it shows him and everybody else, the rest of the Fantastic Four, potentially, in the spacecraft. He's like, no, we missed it. My calculations must have been off. And then there's like, hey, something shows something ominous might happen. And then cut scene, he's watching again. Now Doom's like explaining. It's like, hey, I know I've been missed submissions. I'll try to communicate better in the future. That's no excuse, kind of thing. That's
American time travel. We can learn modern English. Sometimes he's written with modern English. Depends on who's writing him. Sometimes they don't, though.
Oh, and now it shows Reed meeting Johnny for the first time. It's like, oh, I heard so much about you. Kind of like, oh, he's gonna be my little buddy. And then it shows Human Torch just burning up in outer space, and like, oh, almost like attacking his sister or Reed, one of the two, not intentionally. So that's a little sad, right there.
Who?
See, that's Johnny like getting a wait no.
I think he's just burning up.
Yeah, he's burning up.
You said he was attacking his sister?
No, well, that isn't that his sister?
No, this is him burning.
Oh, okay. And then they're over there. See, it's a little confusing. Anyways, he's burning up, so nothing good happens to him, obviously. And we're about to, oh, he's asking, hey, what you been doing in here? Tony's asking Doom, what you been doing in here? Oh, I'm working on the project we were talking about. And he's like, still? Tony's like, still? Come on. Hey, good things come in time.
Yeah, he's like kind of rude. He's like a little bit rude to him. You know, like, I thought we were working on this. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Yeah. It's like, hey, these projects have to be done slowly so we can do them right. And then, cutscene, Susan and Reed are talking to Susan's father, who's bankrolling this whole project, it seems. And he's like, hey, we're cutting funding. It's too crazy. We can't do it. And then shows this shuttle from another scene. You know, whatever happened in outer space with those spaceships, right? That they launched up in there. Something happened, and now that little escape pod had landed in the ocean.
The capsule?
The capsule. It's an escape pod.
This is the capsule.
Yeah, I'm going to call it an escape pod because that's they escaped from that garbage.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic is the smartest man in the Marvel universe. Tony was rude. Who's surprised? That's true, Mel. I just wasn't expecting to talk to him that way. Where he's like, get your act together.
Yeah, exactly. And then this scene, he's getting interviewed. Reed is getting interviewed by somebody. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember.
Fall asleep.
Like, there's so many things to talk about. There's 4 scenes for every page.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next scene is some kind of general. Hey, since it's all top secret, it's like it's going to be hard to prosecute you, but we're going to find a way. You're going to go away for the rest of your life for endangering a minor. Same thing with Susan and Ben. Actually, not Ben, because they tell you that. Something
he
later.
killed himself.
Yeah, he killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny, he died. Obviously, he got burnt up. And then Susan, we'll talk about in a second. Yeah. And
Zach, summarize, please.
Please, it's so confusing.
I know. Don't worry, you're getting a panel by panel, guys.
All right. Doom's talking to Tony, saying, "Hey, the maker's makings have to be slow to unmake to do it right." Basically, is what he's saying. And now, next scene, Ben talking like, "Hey, this is the best thing ever. We're gonna go out on outer space." Next scene, it shows Ben committed suicide, and he's like in a thing of rubble. Not so cool. And then it shows Doom blasting some kind of thing, and then it shows
4 books in 1. Yep.
Yeah, and then it shows Doom again in another scene, and he's looking at a bunch of rats that one's made out of rock, one's made out of fire, one's you can see, and then one's stretchy. So guess what? He's trying to make the Fantastic Four. Fantastic. All right, shows Reed kissing Susan, and then next scene it shows Susan dying of some kind of cosmic ray cancer, and the father saying, "This is all your fault. This is your time to say goodbye. Get out of my face.
Do it now."
Do it now." Doom again blasting his energy at something, and then it's like, "Oh, those rats die." Next scene shows the rats dying of this cosmic energy Fantastic Fourness. All right, and then it shows him doing a calculation. He got captured by the Maker in the next scene. It's like, "Hey, what's your name?" It's like, "Oh, it's Reed Richards. It's Reed Richards." Like, no, it ain't.
Hey, Deuce Boy, how's it going?
Again, blasting energy at object. I have no idea what it is. And then Tony's talking to Doom again. Hey, when you're doing the cosmic stuff, this is my expertise. Stay out of it, Tony. Stupid. And then again, the father in the next scene, Susan's father.
Hey,
we can't
Sam,
do
what's
the project.
up, man? I've
The
seen you in
board
forever.
can't
How's it
do
going?
it. Whatever.
Getting a review of Ultimates 4.
A
Or you
4
guys just coming
times
in?
review. And then Reed gets mad at Susan's father and throws a bunch of paper around like a little wussy boy. Next scene, Maker's talking to him. He's like, hey, I can make things last forever. I can make a minute last an eternity. That's what I do. What's your name? What's your name? He's trying to get him to call himself Doom. All right, and then
It's basically like, what was that, the Reek character, Theon Greyjoy?
Oh my
He's basically
God.
turning him into Reek in Game of Thrones. He's like, what's your name? He's like, Reed Richards.
then it shows
Then torture him until he says Doom.
Yeah, exactly. And then it shows Doom with a hammer, like a technique, like a smart hammer, not Thor's hammer, like a smart hammer. Doesn't look that smart. Has some red stuff on it, and I don't know.
That was a stoplight.
That was a stoplight.
He ripped that stoplight out.
Oh
of the
yeah.
ground.
What's a stoplight doing on
Liger,
that
what's up?
spaceship?
That was a stoplight.
Yep. And then Tony's like, "Your ego is gonna jeopardize the mission." And what would a pampered billionaire playboy know about anything? Stupid.
Johnny
He
Robinson,
should have
what's
never
up?
abandoned the
What's it cost? $20?
immortal engine. Oh wow. And then it shows the maker doing a calculation. I was like, yeah, no, this Doom. I can't do this Doom no more.
Yeah, then they want you doing different voices for each of the characters.
And then like, hey, it's like Tony's like, hey, we can't use a mortis engine. We killed a lot of people. And it's like the makers killed even more people. He responds, and then it shows Tony in the Reed in the bar drinking. We need to take our own lives in our hands. We need to do this, right? Saying we need to go up in outer space. I need a drink after this. And then it shows Reed in the future, before it became Doom, getting tortured by the Maker. It's like, I'm not Doom. It's like, I am the Maker. I don't make mistakes. That's funny. And then it shows that stoplight hammer thing getting destroyed between the screen of them looking at.
Is this a
the
crossover
scene.
issue? Yes. No.
I feel very
No,
cross
this isn't the crossover one.
that I have to explain all this because it's so confusing. And then Tony's complaining to Doom. Like, don't lecture me, but Tony was doing it the entire time to Doom. Shut up, Tony. Oh yeah. Now Doom's like, you have lost nothing. If you had the same loss I had, it'd destroy you. I hope it never happens. Bitch. No. Dad said. Now next scene, Susan said. Dad said
Next
no.
scene.
Next scene. Dad said no. This is. Dad said no. What are we gonna do? How can we do this? We need at least 4 people. It's like, and Reed says, "How about your underage brother? Let's put him in a spacecraft, possibly in danger." And then it shows potentially future Doom being tortured by the Maker again, saying like, "Please, please, I'm Reed. I swear.
I swear.
I swear." Oh yeah.
Do a New York accent.
Oh my God.
I think they would all have New York accents, wouldn't they? Everyone in Marvel's from New York.
Now he's saying, Doom saying like,
here.
I'm missing something. I've only found out what I'm missing from reading the Maker's files. What kind of files do you have? And then it shows the unfortunate scene of Johnny saying, "I'm in. I want to go to space." And then it shows the ugly face of Reed Richards. Right? Reed Richards. Doom is your Maker saying, "Doom is your name.
Yeah, I didn't get really
All
what they
your
did
life
to his face.
Doom." Yeah, I don't.
Like, is he just scarred, or did they like stretch it out and get it all weird? And then they put all those rats all over him. I was like, what's the point of the rat? I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that part, but like, he obviously did something to the Maker did something to scar Reed's face.
Yeah.
And then he's like, now you need to wear this mask. And then he puts all these rats all over him, and then you're like, what the is going on with all the rats?
Yeah, he looks like a sculpture that wasn't quite done right. His face. And you obviously can't talk, and you go and arg. You can't handle the burden that I can understand Doom saying, and I can do something you can never imagine. I'm so confused. Oh yeah, Ben Grimm is breaking into this advanced science place with a lockpick. Apparently, that's a thing. You'd think they'd have more stuff than just a simple lock that you can pick. And then it shows the maker picking Reed Richards, aka Doom's mind, with some other kind of thing. I don't know. He's doing like brain surgery on him, and he's awake. It's kind of messed up. Let's see. Complaining. Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
now Doom saying I would do anything to change the past and make things right. Oh, there's the rats. It's like some kind of like mutant rats.
Yeah, I didn't get the rats thing, the mutant rats that he puts on him, but
Yeah. What's
yeah.
what's trying to make him Doom by like ratting him to death? Ratting him out. All right. Now Doom's apologizing. Doom should never apologize. And then Tony's about to apologize. Like, hey, I'm the one apologizing. Don't you take my light. And he says the Fantastic Four will return. I'm going to make it happen. Shows a scene about, right before Susan and Reed and all of the other people are about to, like, cause some really, horrible things to themselves. And
Mhm.
And then now he's finally convinced Ireland after him, telling him, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Oh, it's like, don't you patronize me? And then I was like, all right, I'll let you do what you want to do. I'll be back eventually. Like Eeyore kind of thing. And it's like,
Eeyore?
yeah, oh dear.
I should have made popcorn. I don't know. I
I,
think we won't have time to do the mystery box. I'll do that another day, guys.
I didn't know it was gonna be this detailed. Oh, we're gonna make history, they say in the space shuttle, and then it's like, yeah, they did horrible history, and now Doom says, "I am Doom. I will never stop. Please close the door behind you. I have work to do." That's the last scene, and it's in the present day, and he's looking at the Fantastic Four rats dying. The Fantastic Four will return. Actually, that's not what they say. It says 14 months remaining until the Maker returns.
What is Princess's pick of the week?
Please, take it away. Great read. It was a great read.
Do you want to give
Very confusing.
the review on the book? What do you give the number?
Again, it's probably like a 3.8, 3.7. It's like the part of it that I really liked is that now I know what the heck Doom is about. That's what I really like about it. Everything else about it, so confusing. I need a beer.
Princess, would you like it?
Mhm.
I give it a 5. I give this one, like with milk, I give this one a 5 out of 5. This is probably the best one I've read so far. It's hard when you look at it like that, when you're like going
Even
like
harder
one
to
at a
explain it.
yeah, one at a time. It's almost better if you're like do like the one story at a time, like each one when you're doing it. But yeah, I thought this one was really good. Check it out. It's good to get that, like Zach says, really good to get that backstory of like who Reed really is. What is your pick of the week, Princess? I don't even know what it is. Oh, you're picking that one. All right, cool.
Patches.
Get Fury. That's cover A too. They didn't even do any variant covers for that book. So
It's a nice cover.
they did a good job with that. I like the skull with the patch. Get Fury. Yes. Good book. Check that out, guys. It's ending soon. I think there's only like 5 or 6 issues in that run. Good thing sitting some beers, Zach. Yes.
Yes.
You might have to
those are
get
good
that.
beers.
Oh, hey, Trev, the shipping guru. How's it going? How's it going? So as always, guys, we will be at Rose City this weekend, and we'll see you guys all on Monday with a live show. So make sure you guys are there. We'll maybe do I don't know if we'll have time. We'll do the mystery box next Wednesday. We'll see how that goes.
If we get another story like this again.
But we hopefully all see you guys there on Gary's show on Saturday. We'll stop by to check on everybody. So let's see you guys on Whatnot on Gary's show. And as always, guys, do all of the YouTube stuff for us. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know if you're excited about Ultimates. They said this is going to let you know kind of how the Robert Downey Jr. thing is going to go. Or if you're excited about the Capcom Marvel crossover. Coco is. She's a Capcom kind of girl. She likes that Cammy. And Zach, got anything else?
Yeah.
Chun-Li?
Yeah,
Coco
yeah,
likes
sure.
Chun-Li?
How you do that is you have to risk double barrel pink eye.
Mm.
Leon No, I can't say that. I can't say that. Yeah, you gotta share. How you do that is you have to go to a candy store and pick out all your favorite candies, and then I'll binge it over a weekend, and then
Oh,
never
thank
have
you,
candy
Johnny.
again because you're gonna feel so sick, tired of the candy, and that's how you stop yourself from eating candy all the
You
time.
just eat a whole
That's
bunch.
what I did, and it works.
You just ate until you
every
threw up?
time. Yeah, that's how you don't get those
Mhm.
candy gains. Though I still like chocolate. I still like chocolate. Oh, chocolate, dark chocolate. Yummy. Anyways,
All
stay
right.
safe.
Bye, guys. Take care.
And as always, get those gains every single